Okay, so you're welcome to our day 10 or day 10 of our Excel for Career Upliftment. And we're happy to have Mr. Clinton back with us here, who was out of town. And I was saying that you should practice what you learn, because if you don't practice it, you will be doing what we call knowledge obesity. And I was quoting an example that many of us have been following motivational speakers for the past 5 years, and little or nothing has changed in our lives because we do not put what they preach or what they tell us into practice. So if you don't put what we have taught you here into practice, you'll still find yourself enrolling in the next Excel course. And you keep enrolling in Excel courses and you will not get anything. You're wasting your time. So do practice what you learn. And for those who have been practicing, what we have been teaching, we know them because we see their reactions, we see what they bring to us in the chat. I don't want to call their names, but they know themselves already. All right, so at the end of this course, you have the opportunity to have a certificate. Of course, that's the only thing that will show that you have gone through an Excel course for career upliftment, and you've learned a lot, starting from the Excel basics through data analysis, data cleaning, dashboards, to financial analysis, budgeting, creating of financial statements. Okay, so at the end of the presentation, I'll give the floor to Mr. Clinton to tell us more about the certifications or the certificates. And then we'll also put it in the group for those who can't follow him now for one reason or the other. All right. So what are some of the things that you can do to monetize your Excel skills? What's going on? All right. So why should you even monetize your Excel skills? After learning this Excel and maybe having a certificate, your name featured on our website, and maybe your picture if you want, why do you even want to monetize it? Why do you even want to learn it? Why do you even want to make money out of it? Excel is used by 750 million plus professionals globally. 750 million plus professionals. I want you guys to underline the word professionals here, because almost everybody who can use a computer has used something in Excel, has opened an Excel file before, right? But we're talking about professionals here. We're talking about people who use Excel for meaning, people who make meaning out of Excel. There are more than 750 million in the world. Do you want to be one of them? Do you want to be part of these 750 million plus professionals? The answer is up to you. If you practice what you have learned and go further, because what we have learned, what we have given you is for career upliftment. It's not all about Excel. Excel is a core tool in business, finance, marketing, all industries. I don't even know, is there even know of any industry that does not use Excel as a fundamental tool? You can raise your hand and tell me that industry. That is why in Earth Analytics, we begin all our yearly courses with Excel. Before you want to dive into all the SPSS, Power BI, Stata, SQL that we want to bring later, we begin with Excel, because it is the fundamental tool, is the core. I like the way they put it here, is a core tool in business, in finance, in marketing, in research, in health, whatever industry you find yourself. If you know Excel, you are good to go. All the other tools, They are just stacking, you stack the knowledge on your Excel knowledge. For example, we not go deep into Power Query in this our course because it's a fundamental course of career upliftment. But if we teach you Power Query, that's just what you need for Power BI. The core of Power BI is Power Query. So they've just extracted Power Query from Excel and then they enlarge it and add other features like publishing into Power BI service reporting and that. But that is what carries Power BI is Power Query. So Excel is high demand for data analysis and automation. Of course, we have seen it here. In Clinton, people did automation for dashboards for humanitarian organizations. I showed you guys an Excel document that was used to track income from 1 year for a medicine store or for a pharmacy. And you saw how you could just, do a pivot table and automate. So if you can use Excel very well, you don't need to write formulas over and over. Opportunities in freelancing, training, and consulting. For example, Earth Analytics, we are a consultancy, we're a consulting firm in data analytics. You can form yours tomorrow and we partner, or you can be one of us tomorrow. That's why I was saying that some of us would intend and be tutors in the next course that we are coming. For example, this course, after this course, we're going to launch SPSS. We have people in this place who use SPSS like Theodora. You can contact you, you can come and take one module. That's how we work in Earth Analytics. So that's just why I want you guys I want your mind to be broadened, to know that Excel is not just some small tool that, and it's not all about what we have seen here. It's just to help you to think out of the horizon, to think beyond the horizon, and maybe you go deeper. But even with what you have learned so far, if you practice it, you can start monetizing your skills. Not everyone who uses Excel knows about dashboards and automation, about financial statements, preparing or producing cash books, or even producing an invoice. One of my elder sister, who is an accountant, she has been working for more than 13 years. She reached out to me to prepare an invoice for her. Not like she cannot prepare, but to give her a template for an invoice. But if you know Excel, you will simply get to that what we did last time. You just search online for invoice and you choose the best, the colorful. You can produce 10 different templates in 30 minutes and even sell if you want. Because if it was someone else, maybe it was not my sister, maybe it was a client, I would have just told the person that I have an invoice template and I'm selling it for 10,000. They'll pay. So that's how you think and you grow to. Let's write on. So 5 ways to earn with Excel. Just 5 ways that I picked. There are many others, so many others that you guys know. You can earn with Excel, one, by doing freelancing on platforms like Fiverr and Upwork. I think some of us here have used Fiverr before for graphic designing. It's a platform where professionals have set up their accounts. You go there and if you want to do anything, an assignment, you go and search that particular thing and people's profiles will pop up and you choose who you want, send them a message and then people work and then you pay through the platform and they get their own commission. So you can create a profile there as a trainer who is specialized in Excel, and then students get to you and then you do their work and they pay you through the Fiverr platform. Freelancing. Same thing for Upwork. I think I have an account is it Fiverr? Let me see if I have that. That page is open. Yeah, this is Fiverr. I have an account in Fiverr. You see, I joined Fiverr in August 2022, as you can see here, but I was inactive for about 3 years. Is this year that when I reactivated my account and changed, because when I joined Fiverr in this 2022, what I was doing was that I was doing graphic designing. Yeah, I was doing graphic designing, but when I came this year and I updated my profile and I switched to, I think it's Excel, or do I still have graphic designing here? Where is my let me just take edit and see what I wrote. Share how you plan to use Fiverr. Maybe I'm not finished it on my Fiverr profile. So you can just come to fiverr.com. You can see the name and you set up your profile. They are going to help you how to help to put your profile so that you can attract customers because it's also very competitive, right? Let me go to the welcome page and you see how others have put their profile. Maybe network is not going to permit, but all right. So you see, Cynthia says, I will write income school project 24-star website blog. I don't know what she means by income school, but maybe those in finance can understand. Those who want it can understand. And she puts her price, $35 US dollars. Pfizer says, I will build websites for study abroad consulting agencies. You see, very specific. So you can say, I will build income statements for companies, or I will prepare invoice template for companies. You just take one thing, be a profile, you put your price, you monetize, you advertise yourself, and you can get clients. I will design your learn words thinkific wow, this one should be an Indian. All right. So these are people's profile, and there's a way you can also do for your profile to show like this on this first page. It's all about marketing, right? So you see, these are profiles. I will design professional flyer in 8 hours, you see, and then even the person's profile shows a professional profile. I will design a creative flyer. So now look at these two, compare these two. If you want to choose, who will you choose? Like these two persons, what they are written and what you have on their on as their pictures, who will you choose? Somebody should tell me. Will you choose Sue or you will choose Kuram? If you guys are following. Now mute your mic. Means nobody is following, right? You have just locked in and you're doing your other stuff, right?
Well, we are following. Oh, we are following.
So who will you choose? If you can see my screen, will you choose this
Uh,
guy or this one? If you wanted to design a flyer,
Me, I'll choose Kuram.
why?
No, no, no. I'll choose Sue.
Why?
um, I'll choose Sue because. Oh, let me see.
Okay, let me help you. I will choose Sue
No,
because he has.
no, let me finish.
Okay, try now.
Yes, I'll choose Sue because he has given his time frame.
Yes, he has given you the three. I don't know where I should use project management language. The three scope of a project. He has his budget is $10. He will deliver it in at most 8 hours. 8 hours is at most, which means he can do it in less or maybe more. You can talk with him or with her, and you can see what she does. It's really professional. Same here. Quran is professional, but what attracts us is what they write. I would design keywords professional 8 hours. This one's already gives you some, in fact, already attracts your brain in a particular way. Or like this one say, I will design your creative flyer. A little bit fake, a little bit vague, not fake, a little bit vague. So if you are setting up your Fiverr profile, you should use things like this. I will design an invoice template for you in 30 minutes or in 5 minutes. You put your price. If they get to you and respond, they know that in 5 minutes they can have their invoice template. I will design an Excel automated dashboard for you in 24 hours. You understand? That's just what I wanted you guys to note. So it's similar to Upwork. Upwork is even more of contracts. For Upwork, a company can even contract you to work with them on a project for 6 months. I think I had a profile on Upwork, which I'm no longer using. due to, I don't know why I didn't. So let me check. I think Upwork. I had, see, I'm searching Upwork on Fiverr. Terrible. So for Upwork, you can have contracts. Because I think my profile on Upwork is data analysis. You know, people coming in, they want Python analysis, they want SPSS data to analyze, and sign up. No, I think you should be logged in. Unless I had the profile has been deleted. You see, my email already appears there. Let me see. Even this password, can I remember the password? Can't even remember the password. It's wrong. I'll take that later. Anyway, that's how you can get. It's similar to Fiverr, okay? Similar to Fiverr. All right, so that's it. Freelancing, those are just two. There are many others, okay? Etsy, you can go to Etsy and sell your templates. Etsy is about you, like for under Etsy, you can have an online store. Why those who are selling dresses can be selling their dresses, they are selling their templates. It's possible on Etsy. All right, so creating Excel dashboard and reports for businesses. That's what Clinton is doing most of the time. People contact him to create dashboards for their projects and businesses. Yeah. Teaching online. This is what I mostly do. I teach online because I already have a long-standing. People know me more in teaching because I started teaching like 5 years ago, organizing classes. So you can choose whatever you are good at. There's a YouTube page for Earth Analytics, and if you get there, you mostly see my videos. You can even create a course on Udemy. All these online teaching platforms, Udemy, Coursera, Future World, Future Learn, um, which other popular one? What is it again? Allah, forgotten that one. You know, you get in there, you sign as a tutor, they'll ask some questions, maybe some documents. Once you validate those documents, you're good to go. You can create your course. You create your course and then you upload on that platform. You can put a price, or most often on those platforms, the course is free, but you pay for certificates. So once they pay for certificates, the company shares with you. Okay. So you can do that as well. Automating tasks via VBA or Power Query, as I was saying, VBA is the coding language for Excel. So if you can learn VBA, you can automate tasks using VBA. There's one thing that I used to do. If I cannot remember that, I used to use a formula, this VBA, not even on Excel, I used to use it on Microsoft Word. And it's going to automate I used to do some reporting that it was always repeating itself. So what happens is that I did this VBA. So each time the report has to do that report, I'll just go and launch that code, and the code will rerun, and it will just automate the thing for me. That was like last year. So it's very easy. And with the advent of AI, you don't need to stress too much to write code. Although we don't advise you depending too much on AI because it can make you to become to just start thinking less. Yes, it reduce your thinking capacity. Because if you want to let AI do everything for you, you will no longer your reasoning faculty will begin to reduce. In fact, there's a research that was published, I think it was last week, by researchers in a school is in the US. They observed students who use AI a lot in their assignments and students who try to do the assignment themselves for about a month. And the reasoning faculty of those who use AI had dropped. So if it depends so much on AI in the near future, the world will be made up of very dull people. So even if you use codes, you should be able to write the code. Let AI guide you to write codes, not writing the codes for you. That was an aside. And then data analysis services for small businesses and NGO. This is also my niche. So I have two niches here, teaching and data analysis. Clinton has dashboards and data analysis. Sometimes he's also getting into teaching already. Somebody's mic is on. I don't know if it is mine or it's echo from my end. Okay. All right. Let's ride on. You can see my screen because it seems as if my screen is all right. So we've seen Fiverr and Upwork, and we say Fiverr you can do Excel reports for students, for companies, for organizations. Excuse me, you can even put formulas. You can help someone to in writing formulas. So you can specialize only in formulas. Formulas is a whole topic on its own in Excel. People come to you, you produce formulas, just link their sheets with formulas, and they pay you. I had a student last 2 years who produces report cards for these primary schools, right? He builds an Excel sheet, make it such a way that when teachers enter marks for the first sequence, second sequence, all the other sheet in the other report card automatically updates. So teachers will just go and print the report card. He made it and put it in an A4 format, just as we saw that invoice in the other class that you could just go and print as an A4. So that's how my student was working. That's what he does for part-time. And he pays, he goes to school, he prospects in schools, and he has some schools, like 3 schools in the northwest of Cameroon, that he does that for them. All right. So at the end, I'll tell you guys a secret. I'll even tell you why I began in Fiverr and then I later on slowed down with Fiverr. I'll tell you guys at the end. All right, so you can do that for Upwork long-term contracts and business analysis. Of course, this one is Upwork is a bigger brother for Fiverr. Freelancer, project-based gigs. So like what Clayton is doing, they just contact him. He builds tools or produces KPIs for projects, for MIEs who are not very, 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 who are not experts in Excel. And then he name his price. So the first thing that you must do, what you must know your niche. You cannot go and be a jack of everything in Excel. Excel is too broad. You can't know everything in Excel. I'm giving an example. Clinton is focused on what? Building dashboard, data analysis, and now he's getting into teaching. For me, I'm focused on what? Data analysis and teaching. I prefer my dashboards most often is in Power BI. So if someone comes to me and wants me to build their KPIs for their project, I can just refer the person to Clinton. Because if you want to do everything, you will end up not getting expertise in all those things. So it's good to pick a niche. All right. So you pick your niche, then you define your budget. We don't have time to that. I would have taught you guys how to put a price tag on your product. But that's one thing that most of us are always scared of. You have the skills, but when they ask you how much do you bill, or how much do you ask for this particular service, you start doubting yourself. If I say 10,000, they will say that I'm expensive. Plus 25,000. For example, this is what I take, and for me, it's even the lower limit. If I wanted to teach you this Excel course and you pay me, it's 30,000 francs. I don't know how much that is in for Mr. Chue, which is in Zambia. If I want to teach you Excel, this course I have taken, I want to teach you this fundamental course in Excel, is at least 30,000 francs. And most of the videos are even recorded videos. I'll not be having one-on-one session with you every day or as we are doing here. I'll send you the recorded version, like these ones that we have already recorded and put it on our channel. I'll just send them to you. You go through, you practice, send a question and answer and give my money. You even pay upfront. That's it. That's my price tag. If you know that it's expensive, go to where it's cheap. There are always cheap people everywhere who will give you work, who will not even know how to write a formula. If you want to learn SPSS for me, it's 50,000. I saw somebody who is a PhD holder who teaches SPS for 100,000. That is his own bill, and people are paying. People have their price tags. But if you are scared to price, then you are not ready to monetize. And if if everybody is your family member and you're helping them, they're not the ones giving you food money. They're not the ones that pay your school fees. Because sometimes we always want to say, okay, this is my friend, is a family member. If you want to help a friend or a family member, what you can do, the best you can do for them is to half the price. If you're taking 50,000, you say because you are my friend, you're going to pay 25,000 and ensure that you bring me a client that will pay me 50,000 and I'll cover up this extra 50% that I'm taking off for you. So guys, take note. Having the skills is one thing. Knowing how to monetize is another thing. Knowing how to put a price on your service is another thing. All right, let's write on. Today is just 1 hour, so don't worry. All right, so what services can you offer? We already explained this, right? So we'll just go fast now. Financial modeling. For those who are accountants, you can decide to build a financial model for a company where it takes into consideration all their investing activities, all their expenditures, all their expenses, everything that they do, you record them in various sheets. And you have a summary sheet like this one. They have put formulas that calculate formulas. We have put all those financial accounting formulas and percentages and discounts that it already automate everything on this dashboard, so that the CEO or whoever can just come to this summary sheet and want to know how much asset they have in the company. You just know the value of the asset they have in the company. How much is their debts, or how much are their liabilities. They will just know how much debt do they owe. They will just know what are the investment opportunities, how much can they invest. You can do that as a financial analyst. So that can be your niche. You can focus only on that one. You build financial models for companies and they pay you. It's a whole specialty only in Excel. All right. Next, you can do inventory report. Last week, for those who were not here last week, or you have watched the video, we saw how to do financial statements. We saw how to prepare a statement of cash flow, income statement, balance sheet. And then the week before, the class, I think that was about lesson 8. We saw how to prepare cash book, how to prepare the stock card, or the stock register, debtors registers, creditors register, and things like that. So you can specialize in that. There are so many businesses there in the market that they buy from Nigeria. If those of you who are in Bamenda, Cameroon, people buy from Nigeria and come and stock. They don't have a stock. They don't do stock. They don't do stock control. They don't have a stock register. People can come and see pallets of things they will not even know. You can offer that service. You design a spreadsheet. When they buy things from Nigeria and come into Cameroon, you come and sit down and take their receipts and register everything and tell them the worth of what they have bought, and give them maybe a focus of, if they even know how much they sell, you can tell them a focus of how much they're going to get if they sell all those products in that they wear and bought in Nigeria. If you have about 5 businesses that you do this for them, will you be poor? You will not be poor. So it's easy. You just need to build your Excel sheet and put formulas, and then just design it to look beautiful like this one you see here. You can even put this advanced Excel on it, even if it's not advanced. It's marketing. All right, next, dashboard. Of course, Clinton can tell us more. This is a simple dashboard, but people don't even know. You put the data in the master sheet, you do pivot tables, and at the end, you just copy your pivot chart and come and paste here. You put slicers and timelines, and you link. And you're going to make money. As Clinton is, you can get some Clinton for more. He tells you how he does it for M&Es and NGOs. Data cleaning and visualization. That's like now, I had a student last week who needed somebody to enter their data in Excel. I had to reach to Theodora to link me with somebody who was so expensive. I don't even know how they ended up. For me, for one, I no longer do data entry because it's so tedious. But there's some people that are on expertise. Like some people who are in now, maybe somebody gave birth, is in the house or maternity leave and doesn't really have something doing. And you have these keys, and all these people have questionnaires that they need to enter in Excel. We'll just come and give you. When your baby is asleep, you just start entering this data and they pay you. That's a skill. Now, when they enter in Excel, you can have your own skill just to do data cleaning, check for missing values, check for data types as Clayton showed us last time. Is this a date? Is this a number? Is it a text? Is it integer or whatever? You check all those things, you organize it, you make it ready for analysis. That can be your own niche. Towards June, you go to schools and do your prospect, prepare your flyers. One thing with us is that we have skills, but we don't know how to sell ourselves. Yeah, that's one thing too that I will discuss. I'll tell you guys at the end. So you can choose this niche in Excel and you will make money. Even if you're having 2K every week, that will be your money for data. You don't have to use a salary to put data. So as I say, you can sell Excel templates, you can sell invoice templates. I have a budget planner. When I do projects, when I write projects for NGOs, I don't need to go look for an accountant to come and do my project. I already have my budget template. I already have my budget template that it has everything. I'll just go to each sheet. Each sheet has its own title. Salaries of workers. So this one, indirect cost, all those things are there. I just go and input. When I input all of them on the summary sheet, everything just appears on the summary sheet. So if I can say that one, if somebody wants to build their budget for their company and doesn't know how to do it and comes to me, I bill you. Should I build the budget for you, or you need my template? I will teach you how to use my template and I'll send it to you. Invoice, we saw invoice last time. Business trackers like dashboard, employee schedules. When I was working with an NGO last in year before last, they were telling me that I should build something that the CEO, who is not even in Cameroon by that time, she was in Canada, she can be tracking to see if the workers are actually working on the field. You can do something like that. So for those of you who have used the Asana app for project management, you can see how you can customize your own Excel sheet to have things like that. I even did one thing when I was working with the CBC with the fixed asset manager, that because since they are using fixed asset like cars and those things that they have their lifespan, that they are there. Once the car, I even did one thing that once in Excel, once a car reaches the expiry date, you would alert the asset manager that this particular car or plate number, this is expired. Yes, I built something like that, but I don't even know where that thing ended up. But it's a skill that you can use. And you can sell these things on Etsy. As I said, Etsy is like you go there and have your online store. It's just like Facebook Marketplace, where you have an online store and sell your stuff. You can build all these templates like this. You create an online store on Etsy, Gumroad, or even your own website. You sell them there. People will get you, but on our website, you may need to monetize it. You may need to advertise it for some time to get traffic. But the things like Etsy and all these ones, they already have a market. Okay. Or you teach, like I was saying, you can start your own YouTube channel, although it's very slow to monetize that YouTube channel in Africa. But now, my aim of having a YouTube channel for now for S Analytics is not to make money from it. Is to be able to have an online store where I have my lessons that I can always refer my students to. You get the point. In the future, if it grows and reaches the target where the level where YouTube can pay, that's another money source for you that you just be having money every week. Although it takes a while, but someday it can reach. You can create an online course, as we said, on Coursera, Udemy, FutureLearn, and all that. You can offer one-on-one coaching sessions. This is one thing that I'm trying to avoid now because I have a lot of charge. So having one student is going to break me down. One reached out to me today and was saying that she wants me to teach her Stata. Stata is another software for data analysis. And I was like, you alone. I'm still thinking, because to take one person for now for me and teach that person one-on-one, man, if you tell the person to pay 100,000, they will not have the money. This is Cameroon, unless it's a daughter of of John Gute. So you can see, but for you, maybe it's possible for you, depending on where you find yourself, the people around you, maybe it's possible for you to do one-on-one coaching, maybe in Excel, and they pay you. You host workshops for NGOs. Very soon, analytics will start doing this. As we grow in our income sources, we'll be able to host workshops, and we'll invite you guys. If it's just one day, maybe you pay your transport yourself, and even if you can only afford feeding for you, water and maybe some food for you, you come in and we do presentations. We show you the future of the digital world, the future of data analytics in Africa, so that you grow in this knowledge and grabs it. Just look at the owner of Microsoft. And so when he was trying to build some of these things, Bill Gates, right? When Bill Gates was trying to do some of these things in 1995, people were laughing at him. They were like, this guy is crazy. Nobody will maybe one day sit in front of a screen to, people were using their analog things those days. So there are things that we can be doing now and people are laughing at us, but that's what will gain the market tomorrow. Who knew that by the year 1990, who knew that there will one day be something like Google, where people just go in there? And by the way, we're using Google last year or year before last very much, right? If I want to make a small sense on now, how many of us have used Google today? Maybe nobody. But how many of us have used ChatGPT? You see, maybe everybody. So as the world is moving, things are changing. ChatGPT has come now and is overcoming Google, because anything you want to ask now, ChatGPT will give you a detailed answer with sources better than Google. You see? So maybe what are you thinking that can come tomorrow that can supersede ChatGPT? So people are always thinking. All right, so you can be a personal brand. Of course, this one is the marketing strategy, which I'm running up already. All right, so useful Excel add-ons that you can. So we not cover some of these ones like Power Query, but it's very easy. It's just something that you can do in one. I can teach you in 10 minutes. It's very easy. Power Query is just that data must be organized so that when the data comes in, for example, those of you who work in companies where data is generated every month, that is similar data, like those who work in banks where every month you need to talk about number of clients, new accounts created, maybe debiting, crediting, number of all those things that are similar data coming in every month. We just need to make sure that the data is standardized, like the headings are the same, things are standardized, and then you do Power Query now. Once you have done it in one data set and done all transformations and create all charts, the next data set that comes in, you just pick what you did already. You don't need to recreate charts. You just take it and add. That's what we do in Power BI. Data just comes in, and we have already done all the steps in Power Query. So when data comes in, it just automatically updates. And your chart, you just see how figures are changing on your chart. So you can learn that one. There will be a day that we'll do Power BI. For now, after this course, we're going to launch SPSS. After that, maybe we'll launch Power BI. Some of you were asking us to start teaching you guys monitoring and evaluation. We'll discuss that and see as time as we will learn. That's one thing we're focused on now, to teach and have a team, a niche where we can go and pick this person and say, come and join us in this, come and join us in this. All right. So let me just now tell you guys. Okay, this is just what I was saying, that you can do this. So if you want to start, just pick your niche. What will you do? Secondly, if you don't have a LinkedIn account or a LinkedIn profile or a Facebook page, go and create it, or a TikTok page. For the past 1 month now, I've not posted my TikTok video, but I used to be a top creator in Facebook. I was a Facebook guy, was giving me a prize every week that I have been recorded as a top creator. Because I used to just do my TikTok videos, and I'll go and post them on Facebook. So pick a niche and create time. Some of us always say, I don't have time. And I always ask them that, have you eaten today? They'll say, yeah. I say, okay, if you could create time to eat, you can also create time to do this other one. If you could create time to go to the toilet, you can also create time to do this one. So there's nothing like I don't have time. You should create the time. Create your LinkedIn page, create your Facebook page. And make sure you post at least 3 videos every week, unless you are niche that you have chosen. And that's not all. Post on your Facebook, WhatsApp status. Post on Instagram if you have an Instagram account. Use Canva for visuals. Now, you don't just post writing, right? You don't go and post text. You need to design flyers and post or make some small videos. So you need to know small graphic designing or pay someone who can do it. For me, I already know those things. I even started with those ones. So I'll design my graphic designing myself, do my video myself and post. Edit it myself. But as I grow and much work is coming, I might need to hire people. But for now, you can do that. It's very easy. And you set a target. How many persons can I have in a month? 40, then you work on that. Take action today. So what I want to tell you guys is that you see all these social media things that I'm saying, the highest social media that has given me money is WhatsApp. It's WhatsApp. It's WhatsApp status. It's not even Facebook. I have clients on Facebook. I even had one today who run me through the website. She sent me an email. But the highest platform I've had clients is WhatsApp status. Use your WhatsApp status, guys. Use your WhatsApp status. People view your status. Use it. But the greatest of all, it's not social media. This is a challenge I want to give you guys. Once you plan this your niche, right? And you identify your template, you identify your niche and be a template or whatever. I want you to get up, walk to the market, walk down the street, go and prospect yourself. Go and knock a door, a market door, and say, I am this person. I can build this template for you. I can help your business. Know which product sells the most, know which product gives the most profit, know where you're losing money. I watched a video on YouTube how one lady just went to a supermarket and prospect and won a contract in that supermarket. Instead of looking at white, that's why I said, okay, I've not used Fiverr and Upwork because in Fiverr and Upwork, you have white men, this their thing is easy for them. But you as an African, for you to have one client on Upwork or Fiverr, it might take you 6 months or a year. But if you walk down the street and go to that man in that shop or in that supermarket beside your house, you can have a contract there. So that's a secret that I have. That's what I've understood. I don't know, maybe it's different for you or in your country, but the money is around you. Stop looking at Fiverr or Upwork. That can come as a second option. But walk down the street, knock a door, tell a friend, tell a church member, tell a colleague, tell a football playmate that I can do this for you. Do one for free. They will go and call you, recommend you to others. And that's how you're going to grow. Today, I'm working with one guy who just started his company. He's into agriculture. He wants to produce plantains and turn those plantains into chips and even export some like CDC was doing. How did I get to know that guy? It's his wife who recommended him. He needed somebody who could write projects for him. He recommended me because we used to talk about projects in church. That I write projects. That's how she recommended me to her husband. And then we started writing projects. But what I'm even doing now for him is not even projects anymore. I'm still working as his finance officer. I record his cash in or whatever. And the day we have a project, he's not paying me for it for now. But if that company grows tomorrow and it's something like CDC, he will not forget me for sure. So there are things that you can also do for now, looking at the future. And if you win a project today, of course, I'm automatically one of the project off. So just as an example for you and to encourage you to take action today. All right, so that was it for monetizing. There's a lot more that you can monetize. This is just what I could get. I don't know if Clinton is still there. I'll give him the Clinton. Okay, he's no longer there. So I'll still give the floor to you guys. Maybe it's already 9 p.m. Maybe you have some questions. Just maybe 5 minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask. And then okay, Clinton is back. I'll give the floor to Clinton to maybe take a few questions and then talk about certificates. All right, Clinton, over to you.
All right, Adrian, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure again being among us. It's been a great ride all through right up to now. An experience we love sharing. So it was a great session again today to monetize your account. I hope we have learned a lot and this is taking out to great strides. Many people have the skills, but actually we don't know how to actually use these skills to be able to make some money or cash out of it. We understand that many other persons have been even approached by some other people. You open the floor, just unmute your mic, and then you can ask for clarification.